So in this video, we're going to take a look at Twitter. Probably one of my best trades this year. We actually bought it at 1656, which is back right around that area. Right now the price is around 2262, around 36%. But um, but here's what I was thinking when I placed this trade. If you look at the bigger perspective, this thing is a disaster. 74ish to like the low of like 14. I mean, it looks really bad. So last October, back here, this guy right here, Jack Dorsey. His name is Jack Dorsey. He is the founder of Twitter. Um, he actually left Twitter to go run a company called Square. And last October, he actually came back to Twitter as a CEO to try to fix some things. Even after he took over, you can see the prices tanks. Um, right here is the earnings gap. Price tries to rally, and then you just have these really brutal 4 days, and then one day you just have price kind of gap up. If you look at it really carefully, the price on that Friday closed at 1402, and the next day it opens at 1465. So the price jumps. Okay, makes a jump. And after that day, you just have this really monster rally. Um, and here's what happened on this day. That's June 13th, that bar right there. On June 13th, 2016, LinkedIn got bought up by Microsoft for 26 billion. And people started thinking that Twitter might get bought out as well. And it just started this monster rally. I was actually supposed to buy it back here on this red dot, on this red bar. That's actually the Brexit sell-off, if you guys don't know. But I didn't. And when it kept on rallying, I took a look at it again, and I was like, okay, the earnings are coming up. The risk reward is not in my favor, so I cannot place this trade. And when it gapped down here, from a technical perspective, and the video might get too long for this, but let's just say things lined up, okay? And I placed the trade 1656. We buy it, and off we go. Um, One of the another things that I noticed in Twitter was that it became cash flow positive. Okay, basically what it means is that Twitter took in more cash than it burned, in just very simple terms. Okay, for a company that's known for running on a net loss and burning cash, those are two different things. If you look at a company like Amazon, they they run on a net loss, but I mean that right now they're starting to make a very tiny profit. But most of the years they ran on a net loss, but they weren't burning cash. They're two different things. They're not exactly the same things. Twitter still runs on a net loss, but last quarter it stopped burning cash, if I may say that. And I thought that was really interesting. So we had all these things lining up, and then I was like, okay, we have to pull the trigger. Um, the video might get too long if I start talking about this, but yeah. And there are other things like I think Twitter has competitive advantage, a competitive moat, in my opinion. If you think about it, just uh, when Donald Trump wants to say something, what does he use? He uses Twitter. Okay, in Arab Spring, in the uprising in the Middle East, they used to use Twitter to gather in public places. Okay, they try to overthrow entire governments by using Twitter. I think it's a really powerful tool. I think if these guys can fix their financial statements, if they can start money, if they can start managing this company better, I think there's great things that could happen here. I'm not saying Twitter is going to be around in 10 years or 100 years, or this is the next Coca-Cola or anything of that sort. I'm just saying that good things can happen. Okay, and that's what I thought, and that's why I pulled the trigger up here. So what's next? The next target for Twitter is 2232, right around here, which is a low from last year. I think it's gonna run into resistance up there. This thing might come back down to fill this gap, or might come halfway, right around this region, and then from there it might start to rally, or it might just go straight up, hit that, and then start coming back down. But yeah, that's the level we're looking at, and if anything else changes, I'll keep you guys updated.